Hi there, these are the Chronicles of Woe. This is Let's Play Red Dead Redemption. Now, I've played through some of this game before, I've never beaten it, so this will be a first for me, probably after I'd say the first 15-20 hours or so. Now, just to give you an idea of my channel, just because I've never actually done a Let's Play before, so this will be a first for me. I do not generally talk through cutscenes, so I will be relatively quiet, plus or minus a couple comments here and there. And also, I fully intend to play this at least partially blind. For the most part, I play most of my games blind, so if you're looking for a 100% run, something like that, this is definitely not the channel for you. There are a couple games I 100%, but for the most part, I'm going to be playing naturally and looking up as little as possible. So let's get this started. Like I said, this is my first Let's Play. I used to actually record Let's Plays on my VCR back in the day, believe it or not. So this will be a first for me. If you enjoy it, thank you very much for watching. Now, this will probably be a relatively quiet episode on my part, just because we're going to be doing a lot of the backstory in the first 1 or 2 episodes. So, I will remain quiet for anything story-based.
I, for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? Hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they live like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns,
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. The John's family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Okay, armadillo. That's interesting. Saving. I could have sworn that autosave was turned off, but okay. No big deal. So let's head over to the saloon and get this story underway. Now, like I said, I actually am pretty unfamiliar with the story, though I've heard it's good. The first time I played through this, I played through probably about 15 to 20 hours, but I didn't pay very close attention. Oh, okay. Hello, buddy. I paid probably pretty little attention to the actual story itself, so I will be remaining pretty quiet for the cutscenes, but I would do that in general, just not only for me, but for anyone watching.
Marston! Mr. Marston, over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Alright. That is next level drunk.
Come on, mount up, Mr. Marston. I want to get the horses down.
That is pretty impressive. I think that is beyond being a good beer pong player.
Mr. Marston, let's get. Yo. Easy on the spurs now. We
Well,
don't need
at least
to
for
grow
those
undue
of us who hit the sweet spot after a couple drinks.
Oh, no.
Okay. Guessing we're waiting for this. Yep, waiting for this train.
Yeah,
Oh, it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
that's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. All kinds of soldiers around back then.
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as most defectives. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, He ain't been friends for a long time.
It's interesting that his health bar doesn't even appear to be there, so I guess I wonder what happens if you wander off before you actually follow him.
Are you planning on
Pull out
spending
your gun
any
or
time
something.
in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream
Yeah, 'cause
gravy
that
they
left
are.
bar is
Not
definitely
like
the stamina bar.
Surrender. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hold up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all? Yeah. Oh, it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson. Do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a gag. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Oh, wow, I'm all over the place.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean
Is
nothing
that
by
ever a
it.
phrase?
Trust me.
Chewing the
There's
dog?
things you're better off not knowing.
I don't know, I question that phrase.
Damn coyotes. What a waste of good meat. Not far now, Mr. Marston. The fort's just over this hill. Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercy. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Alright, so like I said, this first one's probably going to be mostly backstory, so I won't be talking a whole lot. So let's trigger this cutscene, which I assume is going to be happening as we ride up to the gate. And then I will see you towards the end of this cutscene.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
You never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implore me. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well,
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, that probably was not the wisest move. 3 guys up there. put me on a little bit better than that. I'm like half off the cart. There's probably like a 60% chance I'm falling out of the cart if you put me like that.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. You should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later and help me patrol the perimeter? You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Okay, so we survived. Looks like we are technically supposed to go straight to Bonnie, so I'll try and go through one more cutscene before I end this episode. So let's head right over to Bonnie's place, see what she's got to say.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
That was
Figured
less
it's
than
about
intelligent.
time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here. There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
Come on, then. I'll show you around the property. Come on, boy.
Yeah.
I gotta say, this game does look better than what I remember back when I played it. Originally, when I played it was on Xbox 360. Now I'm playing it on the backwards compatibility for Xbox One. I've heard that the performance is better, though obviously I don't know for sure. I'd say that in terms of frame rate, it does look a little
To
bit
your
better
right
than
is
what I
the general
remember.
store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good
It has
for the
been a while.
essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before. Yeah.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase.
It seems a little unfair. The first impression was you like half
That's
dead on the
train
side of the
station.
road.
Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better. That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaint from me, Miss McFarland.
Well, are we going inside?
Oh, yeah, we are. Too enthusiastic?
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do?
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Come on, then. Let's mount up and take a look around.
Alright, well, that'll do for the first episode of Let's Play Red Dead Redemption. These have been the Chronicles of Woe. Thank you, and have a nice day.